Hello guys and welcome back to a new hardcoremas video. We're in our penultimate episode as due to the new year. We're gonna have to try and finish this whole series by next week. So this is our penultimate episode. Off camera I worked on the sheep farm. If you go over there, there's some cocoa beans, and also I used the flower farm to get red and yellow dye to finish the roof. So I thought orange and brown it kind of fits, but now thinking about it, I probably would have been better using like purple instead. Or like magenta. I may change that, but that's what we've got for now. But I simplified the redstone a lot, so now you're just gonna simply flick the lever, water powers, and then the shears is constantly powered. Because I realised like I don't need a timer for the shears. I can just have them constantly powered. So I've just got an observer clock, and then sheep go into the middle, sheep get sheared. You just turn it off. So simple. Then I can just pretty much walk in and grab the drops. And then we can, if we want more sheep, we can breed the sheep. But I don't really have a need for all, so that's enough sheep for now. But yeah, it was quite simple to build. I'll show you underneath. You've just got a where's it go from here? Just lever. Then we got these observers which fire whenever the lever's flicked, and then just got a sticky piston which powers an observer clock and powers all the dispensers. Simple. I may have to change the wall colour because yeah, I'm not a big fan of the orange now. Looking back, I probably would be better with magenta, as it'd fit the kind of totem kind of vibe we've got going on. But now we can remove that from our board of stuff. So let's get over here, and I think that we can shoot an egg in it and it'll get destroyed with style. But we're getting to the end of this list now. When we remove that, we've just got the furnace array, which should be simple enough to build. I don't think there's much trouble with that. The bridges, which is going to be a massive issue, which I'm going to try and tackle today and then beat in the game. So my plans for this episode, I want to get the bridges done and also get the furnace array done. I think for the furnace array I'm going to go very simple. I'm not going to go too advanced or anything, but the bridges is going to be a lot of work, so let me get into creative world and start working on stuff. So it's an hour or two later now, and I've got a bit of work in on my creative world, and these bridges are to the point where they're pretty much done. We're going to go to the big bridge secondly, but for this side I thought I was going to have some like small kind of rustic bridges. This is just kind of a range of kind of just like spammed blocks with like randomness involved. So the idea is kind of a rickety wood bridge with some kind of supports on the side to keep it up. It kind of goes down here in the middle, so it gives the idea that kind of your weight making it shift and dip in the middle, so it's making it seem even less sturdy. From underneath, it's a bit, could do maybe some work possibly to thicken it up, but I'm liking where it's going. Right, do that. Yeah, maybe a bit of work needed, but it's fine. Then here, which I prefer this one underneath. I think these logs make it look a lot better. So I need to make these logs a bit deeper around here. Like we have a few less logs, but we could do maybe like a log like there or something. Yeah, it's looking a bit nicer, but to the point, we've got, let's plot that there. We've got this bridge here, which I prefer. It's a bit longer, kind of works a bit better. Like same thing as that one. And we've got the major bridge, this one here, where I was gonna make this go down to the bottom of the ocean, but then I was like, that's going to cost a lot of logs, so I've just made this kind of trim on the bottom. But kind of went for the suspension bridge, so walking down it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this kind of lament slab in the middle. I may change it out for like just mahogany or something different. I'm not fully sure on that, not fully sold on it, but the rest of the bridge I'm very happy with. It's this kind of mahogany fences with this lament word going across with the kind of lament supports and the mahogany pillars to hold up the bridge. And I had to do some weird stuff on each end to make them line up, because they go up quite a bit first. But very happy with this. Maybe slightly different, but the main thing with this is gonna be it's gonna be a grind of material, so that's gonna take a while. Also, I've kind of changed out this and designed it a bit more. I made this look like this. I'm not sure if this is better. I'd say this is probably improvement, so I'm probably gonna adjust the sheep farm in the other world to like this. But we've got a lot of work to do, especially material grinding, so we need to get into work with that. Also, yeah, we have to fix that. it is a long time later and we've got our bridges done. I'm making a time lapse, but I kept running out of storage space, which I've now fixed, but I'm not sure which bits of time lapse we'll have, but we have bridges now in our main world. We got this one here, which is the main bridge, and will definitely be the thumbnail because this bridge is sick. I'm tempted to change these for streamlights, but I'm not sure if I will. Mobs can only really spawn there anyway, but I'm not sure if the effect will look nice. I'll probably experiment with that at some point off camera, but that's the main bridge, and it's slightly different to the other one, but I'm loving this bridge. It's very cool. Said the kind of slab level is unfortunate, but it has to be done. It's the only way to, you know, not maybe waste every single piece of mahogany wood that exists in the world. So it's a necessity. But then we've also got the bridges over here, which I've changed the design slightly. I've changed the mahogany pillars into these. I think what's this wood called again? I've used it everywhere. Lament wood pillars with the streamlight kind of lamps every other. So I tried to kind of keep a pattern of alternating them, so it gives a bit of structure to the bridge. And the same over here. I haven't changed the wall, but over here for the ceiling, or like the design of it, because I just don't have enough wall. But like I've coloured in some of the sheep. I'm trying to get like one of each colour, but I'm missing like, quite a few dyes. Like I've got no cactus or like sea pickles or anything, so I can't get green dye. I've also got no cocoa beans, so I can't get brown dye. I got all this brown dye because I had a brown sheep, but I think I accidentally killed him at some point, so he's now deceased. But yeah, we can. I'm not sure if I actually showed this in work in the actual world yet. So okay, I'm gonna have to. Let's like grab that. It's unfortunate, really. I clear my inventory out, so I've just got dirt now. But it's just show off how it works. They all get flooded into here, then we just hurry turn it off. It's the best thing. There's always some sheep it miss, you know, like that grey sheep there, but not the biggest deal. Then we just go in and grab all the wool, and then they regrow it. We got our range of colours. So we need to do more dyeing, and unfortunately when they're sheared you can't tell what colour they are, so I've been keeping some dye storage, so we should be able to tell which sheep colours we need. I know we need a lot. We need blue, so we have blues. We need cyan green and lime green, and then I think we need brown. I think. Check our dye chest. And yeah, well, that ones we need. We have a yellow. We just don't have any yellow dye. We need just cyan. Yeah, I think they're the only dyes we need. I've tried to put the actual wall storage in the same kind of configuration as the dye storage, so it makes sense. So if we know, I'm failing at placing wool. I'm failing. But yeah, we've made some good progress, and now we're gonna work on our furnace array. Sorry for this video being kind of rushed and being just kind of little talk, lots of progress, kind of big updates, but like I have to get this done. We've only got 2 episodes by the new year, so I want to get all this island and finish this episode. As you know, we've got to finish the game, but that's our last. What? Okay. Why is there a skeleton there? Let me quickly remove you. Hello, friend. Please feed me. Also, I do actually need bones at the moment, as you've been using a lot of bone meal to get dyes and things and crops, so I could do with, and trees, so I could do some bones. But now let's remove this from the task board and work on our final task for this episode. How do we do this again? That is really satisfying. But yeah, let's get on to our furnace array. So I've put quite a bit of work in, and we've now designed our kind of system. It's not the fully complete thing, but like it should be a good way of explaining how things work. So firstly, we've got the input chest, which will be here. This should work for smelting things. You just chuck. We'll use the coal example because we got a stack of it. Chuck your stuff in, and this dispenser will just rapidly fire it. And then you've got this system here where the powered rail here will be turned off until the hopper at the top's empty, in which it will send the thing going like that, and then it'll keep going. The problem is that the hopper minecart's really fast, so it sometimes does it a bit too quick. So I may need to have this like one higher and have two hoppers to stop that problem, because of how the hopper speed will work. That should hopefully fix the issue, but the system itself I'd say works pretty well. And as well as this, I've got a dropper elevator here, which if you input something into here, you should see it also just gets sent straight up to this chest. I've already had a stack in before, but that's how we get things back up. So I've found a place to input this, pretty much. I've inputted some of it, but I've decided again like how I wanted to change it. So ignore those two chests for now. What we have actually working is we've got a input here and then a receivable chest here, and this is my testing smooth stones. If we grab some cobblestone and we put it in here, we should theoretically start getting stone in here, but I guess we'll go down. This is all subject to changes. I don't like how some of it works, like the system itself is a bit scuff in places, and also it's a bit hard to really see what's going on, and I think I've accidentally broke it. Pass it back, there we go. And as well as you can see it there going in, and also you should maybe see it in here coming out in a second. We see it there, we go, some stone coming out, but I think, okay, oops. It's fine, this is a creative test world. Don't worry about it. We'll quickly respawn. But because it's a copy of the actual game, we have to do that. But yeah, ignore that. Sorry for I may have slightly ruined this bit by dying, but yeah, let's get back to our place. It's really annoying. I don't know why you can still die in creative with this kind of mod, but it's a thing that you can do. And also all my stuff's now going to be, yeah, great. Of course I had to die in a hopper, so all my stuff will be in the chest above, but at least it shows that the system works. And I'm going to nearly do it again. So, but in the simplest form, the system works by just going around, but I want to reconfigure all the furnaces because they're really hard to access, and I think I want to have another line of automatic fuel, so for that reason I'll need to have a different configuration of furnaces, but the concept's there, and that's why if you see here above I've got these kind of chests here, because I think I want to have fuel, the actual like thing being smelted there, the fuel in there, and then have the output here, instead of having just the input two chests. But as you can see, it is working, as we do have lots of stone that's come through. But I guess now we've got to finish off this video and get that built over in our real world. So I didn't really show any of it, but I've now got it all done to an extent. It's a bit scuffed and there's some flaws not pointing down and out, but the simple concept works. If we grab, I probably should have actually got something that actually needed smelting. The fuel's already in, but if I grab, for example, this 4 stone here, we should get in here. Which, don't worry about the coal. That's one of the issues. Is that it's because all the hoppers are lined up, some of the coal ends up in this chest, which is unfortunate. But you know what can you do? We're 59 now. We should get a bit more stone in there in a second. But I'll re-input the coal and hopefully it won't all come back in, just to show how things are working. There's our 4 smooth stone. I guess we should also input the rest of this stone, so we should get 59 more smooth stone to get a total of 63, I think, smooth stone there. Because I was using cobble to test, so it's a good one to test with, as you get to go through all the stages. But this should be the last thing for this episode. It's been a very rampant episode, and while this kind of works out, we're gonna go up to the surface. We're gonna do the important steps, but first you're gonna sleep so we don't get any mob spawns quickly. We've got a bit of a half moon going on, and yes, I still haven't got enough water to change what's going on over there. I will get around to that. Secondly, we're gonna murder you because no one wants you. Why do you spawn there of all places? Well, poor chickens. Poor chickens. We're gonna have to go over here and remove that from the board. So then we only have 2 tasks left for our fight. Okay, didn't want to do that. Let's get a bit further away, which is task number 1, beat the game, and then task number 2, which is the unsaid task, which is to build the machine to kill us in an interesting way. So they're going to be our goals for the final episode, the finale bonanza special, or whatever we're calling it, and it will lead to the end of this series and our ultimate demise in hardcore. That'll be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, also got a TikTok where I'm currently producing how to win at arcade games on the Hypixel party games game on that server. So if you're interested in that, be sure to look at my TikTok where I post weekly. It's got the same name as his YouTube channel. But without further ado, goodbye. I'll see you guys for the finale next week. Set a date in your calendar.